And now, give it up for your host, Mason Ember.
Thanks, Max. Welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to the evening show. I'm Mason Ember. Third episode. Wow, time flies these days. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get into the top stories of the week once again. Firstly, tennis player Novak Djokovic was denied entry to Melbourne for the Australian Open after it was recognized he wasn't vaccinated against COVID-19. And look, it's a personal decision not to get vaccinated, but you have to accept the consequences for your decision. But some of these unvaccinated people are behaving so childishly and not listening to science at all.
Well, hang on a sec. He's an athlete. He's one of the best athletes in the world. I'm sure he's well versed in the science of human health.
You sure about that? Because apparently he's a firm believer in the power to cleanse dirty water with your mind.
That doesn't work?
No, don't drink that. It's not safe. Some more international news. In Chile, beekeepers protested to ask for government support after their industry was ravaged by years of drought. Many of the beekeepers were arrested after their bees stung police. I guess the beekeepers really wanted to make a point. Yeah, and you can read more about that story on BuzzFeed.com.
Oh.
You guessed it, bee puns, boom. Shifting gears here, President Biden delivered remarks to mark the anniversary of the January 6th riot this week. And many Democrats have praised the speech as Biden regaining his fighting spirit, after much of the speech was a dig into former President Trump. Here, listen to this.
He's not just a former president. He's a defeated former president.
Yeah, Biden's not messing around. Also, anybody who watched the speech will notice that Biden never used the former president's name. Trump is basically Voldemort, but instead of not having a nose, he doesn't seem to have a sense of decency. When asked to reply to the criticism from President Biden, Trump simply said, "I know you are, but what am I?" In other news, many teachers' unions are pushing for school to go remote amidst Omicron. Some of these teachers don't care about COVID, they just very much miss the mute button. Well, here's some good news. The James Webb Space Telescope has successfully unfurled.
Yeah, I was very excited
Really
about that.
exciting, really cool, yeah. Originally, it was scheduled to wait 6 weeks for its instruments to cool off to near absolute zero for it to work. But now, according to the CDC, it only has to wait half that time. All right, that was the monologue. Now, as we discussed earlier, President Biden delivered remarks to mark the anniversary of January 6th insurrection this week. And the evening show actually got an exclusive outtake from this address. Here, take a look. Good evening. I want to first thank my administration, Vice President, my wife, Jill, Secret Service, the guy who showed us where the bathrooms at Stop and Shop are, us as a people. Because look, they have no clear sign on where the bathrooms are. It's like they don't want you to find them. And finally, thank you to the American people. People who made a choice in 2020 to cast a vote for honor, integrity, respect, love, and soda pop in the drinking fountain. Today, we gather once again to mark the anniversary of something horrific, tragic, and un-American, but also somehow very American. Look, folks, here's the deal. The former President of the United States on this day launched an insurrection on the U.S. government to stop the peaceful transition to power. He used force. He used anger. And like the clown he is, he used lies. And then that ignorant son of a... Don't do it, Joe. Remember what Master Yoda taught you. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to 4 seasons total landscaping. Getting back on topic here. Was Master Yoda or was it the guy with the beard? It doesn't matter. Look, folks, here's the deal. He who must not be named betrayed the United States government because he was too scared to lose. He was too scared to admit that he was a failure with fake hair, which would be a great name for his biography. Hey, Steve, you should send that to DT. Maybe send him a tweet. Oh, wait. Sorry. I forgot. And to America, the American people. Come on, folks. We aren't so different. Whether you're like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland. We aren't polar opposites. We need you to unite and run smoothly. Like Amtrak. I love Amtrak. Did I ever tell you the story of my friend Tim? He's great. He's a reindeer who works for the Tooth Fairy. Anyway, in closing, I know I'm no one's first choice. I'm like the grandparent who gets you educational toys. It's not what you want, but gosh darn, it's what you need. It's what we all need. Except for that loser of a former president who's never touched a nail in his life. God bless the United States of America. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of The Evening Show. I'm Mason Ember, and we'll see you next week.